Great stories aren't memorable because they're realistic. They're memorable because they reveal something true about being human. That's why we still talk about Zuko's redemption arc nearly 20 years after Avatar first aired. His story isn't about becoming a better person. It's about something almost everyone experiences. Trying to become someone different than the person they thought they had to be. When we first meet Zuko, he's the villain. He's hunting the Avatar, he's angry, obsessive, willing to do almost anything to restore his honor. On paper, he should be easy to hate. Instead, most viewers actually pity him. Why? Because Avatar lets us understand him before asking us to forgive him. We learn about the Agni Kai. We see his father burn his face. We watch him get banished. And suddenly, his obsession with capturing Aang isn't driven by hate. It's driven by desperation. Zuko doesn't want power. He wants love and affection from the people he actually cares about. And more specifically, he wants the love of a father who has never truly loved him. That's one of the first reasons his redemption feels so believable. People rarely become unhealthy because they enjoy hurting others. More often, they're chasing something they desperately need. Approval, belonging, purpose, or even identity. One of psychology's most powerful ideas is that people don't just protect their beliefs, they protect their identities. Think about it. How often do people ask, "Who am I?" For Zuko, the answer has always been simple. I am the banished prince. I am the son who must regain his honor. Everything he does revolves around proving himself worthy. Not because Ozai deserves his loyalty, but because children naturally seek approval from their parents, even when those parents are abusive. Changing sides isn't just changing teams. It's abandoning the identity that has defined his entire life. And that's terrifying. Because if he isn't the prince hunting the Avatar, who is he? Most stories make redemption look easy. Someone has a change of heart. Everything falls into place. However, real life doesn't work that way. And neither does Avatar. Even after traveling with Iroh, even after questioning the Fire Nation and its values, and even after helping Team Avatar, Zuko still makes the wrong choice. He betrays his uncle. He returns home, and gets everything he thought that he wanted. His father's respect, his throne, and, most importantly, his honor. And yet, he's miserable, because external success can't solve an internal conflict. Psychologists call this cognitive dissonance, the discomfort we feel when our actions no longer match what we know to be true. Zuko knows that the Fire Nation is wrong, but admitting that means admitting his entire life has been built on a lie. That's not just difficult, it's almost impossible. And that's why real change almost never happens in a straight line. People grow, they relapse, they make mistakes, and then they try again. One of the biggest misconceptions about redemption is that it's about being forgiven. It isn't. Redemption isn't something other people give you. It's something you earn through consistent action. When Zuko joins Team Avatar, nobody immediately trusts him. Katara hates him, Aang is cautious, and Sokka is skeptical. He has to prove himself. Not once, again and again. And you see that in the Southern Raiders and the Boiling Rock. He teaches Aang firebending, he confronts his sister, and he stands against his father. Not because one heroic act erases his past, but because every decision becomes another step toward the person he wants to become. That's how real redemption works. It's not one decision, it's hundreds of small ones that are slowly changing your identity. Many people often say that Zuko has one of the greatest redemption arcs in fiction. I don't think that's because it's the most dramatic. I think it's because it's one of the most honest and realistic. His story isn't really about firebending, or honor, or defeating Ozai. It's about letting go of the person he believed he had to become in order to discover who he truly wanted to be. And that's something almost everyone can relate to, whether it's family expectations, past mistakes, or the fear of disappointing the people we love. Many of us spend years chasing an identity that no longer fits. Zuko reminds us that becoming a better person isn't about pretending the past never happened. It's about choosing every day to build a different future. Because redemption isn't a destination. It's the courage to keep changing, even when it's difficult. And maybe that's why Zuko's story feels so real. If you enjoyed this analysis, consider subscribing to Parallire, where we explore the history, psychology, and human truths hidden inside the stories we love.